Giants owner John Mara says he wants to have Eli Manning back in New York in 2018, despite a public benching by now fired head coach Ben McAdoo. But he did acknowledge that a new GM and a new head coach could have a lot to say in that matter. So Brian McFadden, depending on whether Eli is there or not, should that have any impact on whether or not they draft a quarterback in April?
Yeah, I think they should draft a quarterback, and here's why. Eli Manning, he's closer to the end of his career than the beginning. And let's say he only can provide 2 good years of production, right? 2018, maybe 2019. You need to prepare for life after Eli Manning. I think it would be smart. I'm not saying go out and get a first-round draft pick, but we know they had a very, very bad 2017 season, so they will have a high-round first-rounder, a high-round second-rounder, and so on throughout the draft. And any one of those picks, you can definitely go out and get a big-time quarterback that could potentially be the replacement to Eli Manning. And if Eli Manning is still on the roster for 2018, I like him as a starting quarterback still, especially if he has healthy wide receivers and you can find a way to revamp that offensive line, add a piece here or there, get more consistency there, find out who the running back will be, and you will score points. I think you will score points. So, yes, they need to start preparing for life after Eli Manning because, he's getting up there right now in age.
It does make financial sense to bring him back because you can cut him after next year and kind of get him mostly off the books, but you can't do that this year.
Yeah, and also, too, if they decide to address that position in the draft, at least you go in and you draft this young kid and you know what? We don't necessarily need you right now. Why don't you learn from a veteran Super Bowl MVP? And then you can learn the ropes as a professional quarterback in the National Football League instead of just throwing him into the fire when he might not be ready.
John Mara is the owner, right?
He is the owner, but sometimes he don't talk like the owner, right?
Well, yeah, because I'm confused. If the owner says, I want you back, doesn't the owner get what he wants and tells the new coach and the new GM that you will have 10 on the roster next year?
Exactly. But remember when McAdoo decided to bench Eli, and I guess Mara said they had the conversation.
Yeah, that was big.
And he basically said, I was hoping that he would insert Eli in the game. I wanted to see him in the game. If so, then why didn't you say that? Or pretty much just say, you know what, you're not benching Eli.
Right. Let me tell you this. If I am ever an owner of an NFL team, if that ever happens, you probably should all just run. There will be no questions asked. I will tell you what you are doing.
Oh, you sound like Jerry.
Yeah. Jerry's spirit animal.